Anna says, Tammy coming on soon. So the situation be a little like this. Someone messaged me on the good old, what's it called? Instagram. So someone messaged me on Instagram, right? So this person said this, right? On Wednesday. Hey, you said you've been getting a lot of these messages, but I've been thinking about the situation almost nonstop and wanted to chime in. You're 100% right. This situation is insane. Like others have said, I always haven't been on your side, but I've been watching you for 9 years. That's a long time. So I've seen you lie and then admitted it afterwards. And this is clearly not one of those cases. Anyone not taking your side in this is um I spoke some Delta, not gonna lie about it. I like the thought of like getting my this is gonna sound bad, but I like the thought of like getting my live streams like over with, if you will. So I want to say when people like were seeing how I was reacting to my aunt, like that's frustrating for me to hear like this is the real Amberlynn because it's like, bro, what you're seeing is me split. It's called splitting. When you literally turn into someone that you're not. Like you're so hurt by someone, like when you have BPD, you're so fucking hurt by someone that you genuinely you're so overwhelmed with emotion, like you cannot regulate those. So that is what you're witnessing. And I only ever come out as a bitch or come out angry is when it's demonstrated to me first, if that makes sense. That doesn't in the whole span of the time that I've known her since 17, that she was always the person that like indicated like a break in our chat. Like literally no. I saw the pattern with my aunt and the way that she was and how just like she made me feel insane a lot of the time. She made me question my reality a lot of the time. She made me feel like I was walking on eggshells. And that is the roughest. She's just a hard woman to get along with. I get go to therapy, go to therapy, go to therapy. When literally all I'm doing is just responding to things that my aunt has brought up. Yes, XL hoodie, Tammy had an affair. That is exactly how she met her husband by cheating on her other husband. Yeah. Like all because you have bed bugs and had to get rid of every single ounce of furniture you have, you're taking it out on me. No wonder why your daughter literally wants nothing to do with you. Because who in their right mind, I didn't even realize she was in her 50s, like this makes it even worse. Who in their right minds, in their right maturity, and like a level-headed sense of the way, what kind of aunt, what kind of family member, what kind of sound mind, what kind of good person would be upset with their niece or upset with their sister and go to a reaction channel to do all of that? Knowing the type of retaliation that would head my way, no matter what she said, no matter if what she was saying was true or false. That woman needs to go to therapy, not me. After the triggers have been so extreme, after I have realized, like, whoa, my mental health is actually getting bad again because of the situation, I'm deciding to step away from the situation. Let's do it. Get the fuck on my live, Tammy. Get the fuck on my live. We can do this. Square up. I'm ready for it. Will I, if my aunt decides to go on Jordy's thing again, will I maybe say some things about it? Sure. I'm only human. I'm only human. But am I gonna sit here and
Bruh.
call her bitch, say square up? Square up. My aunt literally just tried calling me. Hey, fuck. I messaged her and I said, stop calling me. Like it's ruining my live stream. Yeah, it's just weird energy that she's literally sitting there watching my live stream, calling me, and I'm telling her to stop calling me, and she won't stop calling me. So you're clearly watching my live stream, and I said I don't feel like doing this anymore. So why are you calling?
Because you can't run my name and multiple family members in the dirt for decades and think you're just going to walk away that easy. I'm finally done. I'm finally ready. I got the receipts. I got the proof. I'm not afraid of you, Amber, unlike all your other victims. I thought I had seen and heard everything that you've done over these years, but I was so blind. Blind by your manipulation. And when I seen half of the videos that I've seen with documented proof of how you treat people, not only in our family, but people in general, you are one vile, disgusting human being, and I want nothing to do with you ever again, including your mother. Your mother, your whole family, your whole Reid family is nothing but vile, disgusting degenerates that manipulate and abuse. Physically, mentally, spiritually, you name it, you guys do it, and you do it proud. The difference between me and you is I have the truth to tell, and I have the receipts to back it up. So you want to know why I'm listening to your live right now? The reason is just to see what bullshit you're going to say next. You try to say that you cut off talking to me. I've been looking over texts for the last days, and I have so much proof, time and time again, where you're begging me to talk to you again, where I blocked you. I quit watching your videos. You kept begging me, please watch, please watch. I don't want to lose you, Auntie. All the lies you told me that I caught you on, called you on, you'd apologize, and then do it again and again and again and again. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. What do you want to respond to that? What did I do in the last 2 years to you? In the last 2 years. Okay, let me see if I can explain this. It's not an easy black or white answer or an answer that you can get in 2 seconds because, like I keep saying, I've been doing this your whole entire life. So you have a person that has fought to be in your life your whole entire life in one way or the other, no matter if you've seen it or not. And you didn't meet me at 17. You met me when you were 14, when I went to California for the first time after 16 years. Remember you getting the pot of spaghetti out of the refrigerator and using the really huge utensil, taking big scoops out of the pot onto your plate, where your fucking dad said, I think that's enough, Amber. That's my first memory of you. And you still continued to pile on your plate. From then, I tried getting you through the foster care because you painted the story it was so, so bad. And then you even put me down for it that time. Your mom came in the picture, destroyed that. So then you went on to my mom's house. We all know what happened with that. You got kicked out for what? Being disrespectful. Surprise, right? So then you go on to Casey, and then Crystal, and then Destiny, and then Becky. The whole time, I'm in the background. Your mom didn't want you to come. She was very nervous about you coming because of the destruction and stress level that you bring with your just presence. That's the truth. I, against my whole entire family, would say things like, I know you guys are worried, but I'm so excited. You get here, I see you one time. I try to see you, and I'm told I can only see you with your mother. So you want to know why I'm mad? Because I fought for you for freaking years, and then when you finally get here, I'm left. I'm left in the cold. You and sister are going to museums and here and there, and I'm told I can't see you without my sister. So yeah, that pissed me off, and so I did quit trying. I mean, how much more reality did I need in my face? You're here now, and you still have nothing to do with me. No, me and your mom's fight is not the reason we don't talk. You are the reason we don't talk. You are in your 30s. You can use a phone, you can text, you can make arrangements to spend time with your aunt, and you chose not to. And if you want to get down to the nitty gritty of the disagreement, we can do that, but it's pretty freaking messy. Any other questions?
Well, I want to respond to the fact that, like, yeah, it is true. I was feeling anxious to see my family again. And my mom is, I don't know, when I'm around her, like, she's that, like, calmness that I need. And it's like, I know it's, like, sad to say, but, like, I felt that in all my relationships. I've always been in a relationship. And this was the first time, like, I was finally single and I didn't know how to be without someone right by my side. And so my mom was that for me. It had nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do, it felt easier for me to be around family that I have not seen in 14 years if my mom was there. That was an anxiety thing. It was a coping thing. It is what it is. So I'm sorry.
So whose fault is it, Amber? Is it your fault or is it my fault that we haven't seen each other? Because the narrative that you're telling is different. So put it out there. Whose fault is it, Amber?
Yours.
Yours.
So since I've been here, every time I have seen you has been with my mom because my mom was putting, you know, her pride aside. She was putting her hurt aside. She was putting all that aside. And, huh?
Go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt you.
And she was putting all that aside for me. And that was something that she was willing to continue doing until I felt comfortable. Yeah, and I did after, what's it called? After Thanksgiving, I did. And that's why when I hugged you goodbye, the last thing I said, I can't wait until you come over. I can't wait. I even said it to, I don't want to say your, you know, your daughter's name. I don't want to bring anyone's name.
You can say any of our names. We have nothing to hide.
Okay, but I also said it to Ashley. And I was like, I can't wait for you to come over because I genuinely enjoyed my time on Thanksgiving. That's why I'm so taken aback by this whole situation. So.
And after Thanksgiving, I heard that my sister talked a whole bunch of shit about Thanksgiving over at my house. Once again, opening up my home to you guys, putting everything on at my cost, my joy to have my family in my home. And at the end of the day, when I thought it was a wonderful day as well, guess what I got to hear? How y'all talk shit. I don't even know what the shit was. It was supposed to be so vile that it couldn't even be repeated.
I didn't say anything bad about the time at your home. I genuinely enjoyed my time there. Like, I wasn't invited to anything Christmas related, which honestly hurt a lot. I literally bawled my eyes out. Like, it hurt a lot.
Okay, so, again, I don't want to interrupt you, but when there's no contact from October, November, into December, with the exception of wanting a vape, why would I invite you and my sister to Christmas?
In December, I talked to you 3 times.
What 3 times, Amber?
One of them did involve a vape. The other 2 times was to check in on you regarding your health because you were sick. And every time we did communicate was because of me. No, you never messaged me. May I have a reason for why is it always me that has to message first then?
It's not always you. It's absolutely not. And I have the receipts to prove that. Unless you're talking about only between October and February.
That is correct.
When you got here and I see the true colors, that I was never going to be your person in any way, shape, or form. Because you would have reached out. You would have. I heard through my mom how you'd cry and boo-hoo and you at her house going, well, I don't understand why I can't talk to my aunt. Why can't I talk to my aunt?
That is correct.
Is that true?
That is correct.
And what were you told? Were you told you couldn't talk to me?
I would cry because it hurt. Because it's like,
Were you told you couldn't talk to me? Did anyone say, Amber, don't talk to your aunt, don't call her, don't text her?
So I wasn't boohooing. I
Yeah, you
was
were.
I was crying. Can
Oh,
you
okay.
not mock me, please? I
You
was
make it
crying.
hard.
I was crying because I was hurt by the situation, because I was slowly reading between the lines that you wanted no communication with me, because I was always the one to message you first, and your responses were very dry. You didn't seem like you wanted to communicate. You would never text me first. So that is finally when I was like reading between the lines of like, okay, this woman wants nothing to do with me, because you didn't even invite me over for Christmas. I didn't know that I had to talk to you every single day. I didn't know. I mean, that's how I'm feeling
You
because
truly are a piece of work. I tell you what, your manipulation is just like it used to work. It used to work. It used to catch me. It used to slow me down and give you the benefit of the doubt. But I just see it too clearly now, and I don't even know if I want to entertain you anymore because you can't own anything.
yeah,
You have abused me, Amber. You have manipulated me, Amber, for a long time because of the love I had for my sister and for you. We can talk about all the different topics, being your mom in prison, you writing her, all that. That's long text threads of the bullshit you came up with for that. You know, did you owe your mom anything? No, but you said you wanted it. The text started with you asking, not me going, you need to. You wanted it. And I was the in-between person helping you. Without me, you would not be in your mom's life today. Without me, my sister would not be in my mom's life today. I have always been forced to be the in-between person. Correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Holy shit.
Attention please, audio listeners. If you are not currently looking at the screen, I am displaying a trigger warning. There is about to be a conversation regarding the topic of SA. So if you feel like you are not comfortable with hearing that right now, just please take a quick moment and stop the video, or you can skip to the 13-minute and 51-second mark.
I know I've
What
made.
about your uncle me? How about that for a family drama, huh? And then you go on and be a victim to others? Like, that's just weird to me. When it's such a hot spot in our family, and you put that word around like it's light as hell, right? You use the wrong word, right? When you accuse somebody, an innocent person who at the time was young as shit, you accuse them of something that they did not do. Thank God he had a voice to speak up. So you're not the only one with damage, Amber. The difference is I don't let it be an excuse. I've had some horrible things happen to me too, all while trying to help you and your mom for decades. You have, your dad has, your mom has, and you all play fucking victim. And I'm done. Anything else you want to talk about?
Regarding like the way I was like when I was a teenager in my 20s, like yeah, like I have been very transparent. Like I wasn't a great girlfriend.
No.
I probably wasn't a great niece. I wasn't a great anything. Like I was broken. I still am. But the difference now is like I try very hard to take accountability where I can, and I like, especially when Beck was going saying all those things, like I admitted to things that I would never want to admit to out loud. Are you kidding? But one thing I will stand by is everything I said about Casey is 100% true.
I wish I could believe you, but I can't based on everything.
I don't.
Can't.
I genuinely.
don't believe you.
I
And that
genuinely.
hurts to say it.
I don't care if you believe me or not.
Of course not.
I don't. I can't at this point. I can't because I know what happened because I was there, and that is something I will literally take to the last day I'm alive.
Well,
But
the last thing I'd ever want to do is go against somebody who was actually assaulted. But all I'm saying is, based on the person I know you are, I cannot believe it 100%. If it did happen to you, I'm sorry it happened to you. If it didn't happen to you, karma's a bitch. Ask your mom why I wasn't around. Everyone wants to know, where was Aunt Tammy when they were in foster care? Where was Aunt Tammy then? I was there the whole time trying for you. You don't know that because you were just a little kid. Ask your mom why I wasn't there. She's told the story a million times to protect me. She didn't want me to see what y'all were going through. That's a sad-ass excuse, I know, but that's the one your mom gave me year after year after year.
like I'm still young in my brain due to the trauma. Like it's obvious. Everyone says I'm immature,
Obvious.
I'm childish, I'm this or that. Like I do have some age regression, but I mean I'm fucking 34, so I'm gonna be just naturally a little more mature in some areas. And when it comes to me and you, we have not had a falling out in the last good like 5 years. That is why I, in my opinion, have been so beyond confused by why all of this is happening.
But it's because I started pulling away. I don't know anything about a lot of your last relationships for a reason, right? Otherwise, I'd have a lot to say.
Well, I'm glad you don't know anything about Feline because
I would have told it, you're right.
but you know nothing because we never got to that level because I read through the lines. You did not want anything to do with me.
And let's talk about the most important part of this equation, my sister. You act like you have a great relationship with my sister today, and that's a lie.
That's
You talk horribly to my sister. You treat her like shit. You make her your taxi, your Uber, your this, your that. I hear it all, Amber. And you should realize that by now. I don't have to be in your physical presence to hear about what goes on in our family. And I think you can tell by what I say, I know what I'm saying, because you know it. You live there. You have treated my sister like shit so many times since you've been here. And you try to control her. And you make her take time off work to do the stupidest shit. Things that you could schedule when she's not at work. But because you only think of you, you do it over and over and over and over and over again.
I would like to speak, please.
Okay.
What I'm hearing you say is that grandma is telling you things, and I think we can both admit she gets her stories completely wrong a lot of the time. I'm around her, so I know this. I hear her speak and say stories of things that happened while I was there, and she has it so twisted and confused, I can't even believe it. Every single time I leave this fucking apartment and I go somewhere, like with a population of people who are there, I get recognized, and my mom is there to see it. My grandma has been there to see it. You can say that you're working out of town all you want, but like my grandma, something my grandma tells me is that whenever she's hanging out with my aunt is glued to her phone. Secondly, I do not make my mom take off of work. She has taken off of work a couple times, and it was either for vet reasons for my animals, or it was for reasons where I had to go to the doctor, like because I had to go to get a test done or whatever it may be, and they weren't open. Like, I don't know what to say about that. Like, they
I
weren't
just hear
open.
excuses with that. Sorry, vets have Saturday services. Vets have after-hour services. My sister gets off at
May I finish
4 and
what I was
5.
saying?
So you could do that. So she did take it off for that. You going to the doctor? Okay. Okay, that's not an excuse. You can make an appointment. You can take an Uber. I mean, you can do DoorDash. You can take an Uber to a doctor's appointment. My sister doesn't have to lose money to take you.
Well, she doesn't lose money.
Yes, she does.
She doesn't lose money for leaving a couple hours at work. Her job is very nice like that, and she has not.
That's the least of our importance. But you don't treat my sister well, and I just want you to know that I'm very aware of it. And so is she.
My mom has never taken days off of work. I think having a doctor's appointment and my mom actually wanting to be there by my side during those times, it says more good than it does bad. I would never force my mom to do anything. I ask her, and more than anything, she offers.
I guess it just depends who tells the story.
Huh?
I guess it just depends who tells the story, but I hear you.
It's unfair to me that you're believing like gossip. It's sad because it makes me not even want to have a relationship with my grandma, because when I go over
to want to have a relationship with you, so don't worry about that at all. You don't get up till after 3, so my sister can't do this or that with my mom, because you know, Amber, if you don't get up till after 3, I don't know how many times I'd hear that over and over and over again. Now, she can't make any plans with my mom to go do her nails or bingo anymore, because yes, to Amber, it's all about Amber.
If I'm being quite frank, I only see my mom once a week. It is on Saturdays. Sometimes Sundays. That is when we will go to grandma's. Is my mom actually like just saying she's not triggered? But no, she's not triggered because she wants to take.
You made her be like that, Amber. You made her feel like she can't tell you no, because you keep bringing up the past all the time.
May I finish what I was saying?
Now she owes you everything. So yeah, she's afraid to tell you no. She didn't want to do that.
May I finish what I'm saying? My mom, no is her favorite word. She tells me no about a lot of things constantly, and I just accept it for what it is. So that's not true.
That's funny, because whenever I tell you no, I got to go on and on for freaking hours and text. I'm a horrible person.
So again, I'm not in my 20s anymore. So
I'm not talking about just your 20s.
We obviously are, because I mean, me and you, we haven't even talked in 2 years. So it's like, how can you sit there and like still hold me to some standard of who I was in my 20s, or when we talked more? I've changed even in the last year.
Have you watched your videos, Amber? You are a recycle, repeat. Like, there's nothing new about you right now. You are the same person you were yesterday, last week, last month, last year. Watch your videos. Watch reaction videos. It shows it over and over again. Rinse, cycle, repeat. You haven't changed, Amber. But when the thing happened about the house, which we still haven't covered, when it happened, though, and it wasn't my doing, it started with my mom, and I handled it the correct way. Sister got mad at me. So all this time, I thought she was not talking to me about 2 statements that I made during that time. Turns out, nope, it's just about the house. Okay. Normally, in a family situation, you do it 50-50 between 2 siblings. And if the one sibling wants to live in the house, they buy out the other sibling. So let's just put a number of $80,000. Let's say the house is $80,000. How would your mom ever come up with $40,000 to pay me out? Based on what we knew then. And I, being the good sister, said, let's not worry about that. Sister can move in the house, and when it comes time for her paying me out, I don't care if she gives me $250 a month for the rest of her life, as long as she has a home. Right? My mom starts it, not me. She starts the conversation over and over how people are saying it's not fair that most families split yada, yada, yada. Look at my mom and I say, Mom, now is not the time. Sister overhears this and questions, huh? What was that? And I tell her, now is not the time. She says, no, I already heard it. I already have it set in my mind that that's my house. I can't tell the whole story because then it throws my mom underneath the bus, right? Well, it gets worse. And the only reason why I'm letting this out is for me, not for you, not for sister, not for my mom. This is for me. My mom and I went to her lawyers, had her trust changed, and she wanted to die having my sister think that she's getting that house. And when that trust is read, boy, would your mom's head would have fucking turned. Because you'd be shocked at the difference what that trust says. There's rules and stipulations that your mom would have to follow to get anything. That's the kind of stress I carried for this family. If I tell sister, then sister and my mom will not have a relationship again. And I'll be the bad one, right? So I took it. And I said nothing, and it continued to put separation in between me and my sister. Therefore, you jumped on board and continued to be separated as well. That's how this broke down.
Okay.
So there you go.
I just don't understand what this has to do with anything. Because she's in a fight with my mom. Like, she's in an argument with my mom, and she's taking it out on me.
Shows your maturity. It's like you come in the picture and things end for my sister, and then my sister comes in the picture and things end for us. Weird, huh?
Grandma told you I was quote unquote boo-hooing over it because I was hurt. Like, I was excited to come here and have you in my life, like, genuinely.
Why didn't you text me?
I did.
Why didn't you text me and say, like you have before, again, I have probably 25 of them. Auntie, what can we do to fix this? Auntie, I don't want to lose you. I'm sorry I said this, or this. Auntie, I'm sorry. I pushed you away because this is what I do to people. How many times have I gotten those messages? But this chapter, I didn't get nothing even close to that when you knew it was between me and my sister fighting.
If I don't put any energy into everything...
You would know my date, my birthday.
Okay.
You only have one aunt. It's
Okay.
not that hard.
I have multiple aunts, but you're the only one that is in my current life. But
I mean, if you want to talk about blood, I guess, but you have one aunt.
I don't have one aunt.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't have one aunt.
Oh, okay. I guess I have never met your other aunts.
Aunt Kathy?
I don't know.
It was her
I don't know
daughter.
your dad's size.
It was her daughter when I was 7 years old.
Like I said, I don't know them. I don't know their
Okay,
names.
so
I
stop
know
saying I
nothing
have
about
one
them.
aunt when I don't. It's just, it's part of like all of this nonsense. You say things that aren't real.
Anytime you hear anything negative about you, or you cherry pick sentences, not even that. I'm not even going to give you...
She actually would do that in real life too.
That I do know you. I do learn about you. I'm just not good with birthdays, names, or ages, and that's okay. But don't equate that into me being a bad niece because I don't know your age. That's not fair.
I equate you being a bad niece by all your actions, not just one. That's just one of many.
Okay, but I'm learning.
I mean, how would you feel if I tell you I didn't know your birthday?
I'd be like, I'm not surprised. She didn't even say happy birthday to me, which was after Christmas, as you guys know. Out her anger that she has on my mom, why has she decided to take it out on me? Like, why didn't she say happy birthday to me? Why didn't she invite me to Easter, Christmas? And then my birthday is 2 days later, and I realized in that moment when you didn't send me happy birthday, it's like, what happened? You know, like, genuinely, like, what happened? Nothing happened on my end.
You do need some professional help. I know you say that you've gotten it from time to time, but just sitting over a phone call or a video is not extensive help. You need really inpatient at the end of the day, but I know that will never happen. But you really do. You really need to take some of your money that you're making off this crap and get yourself some real help from a real counselor, face-to-face, weekly meetings, true medication that can help you, and maybe you can come out on the other side. And you do self-diagnose a lot. I hear it.
May I know what I have self-diagnosed myself as?
Oh my God, so many. Just watch your videos. I don't have time
If
for
it's
it.
so
There's
many,
too many.
I would like you just to name one then.
Just anything. OCD.
That was
BPD, BPOPD. I don't know. Put all the letters in there. I don't give a fuck.
I think that maybe something what you need to do is probably log off and stop watching my YouTube.
I've tried that before. Do I need to show those fucking receipts too? Where I told you I need to quit watching your videos for my own mental health, and then the text comes, Auntie, are you watching my videos again? No. I really wish you would watch them.
You are talking about things that genuinely happened
20 years ago, yeah.
so long ago. It's like crazy.
So if things that happened years and years ago don't matter, then quit bringing up your past as if they do.
And I still stay confused. And we've been on this conversation for an hour, and it's like I still don't have an answer.
Because people like you can't see it for what it is. It's just that clear. I mean, I could talk till I'm blue in the face till midnight, and we'll probably still stay right here with you not understanding what's right in front of your face.
Here's another question. Why, after Thanksgiving, did you expect our only conversations to be opened by me instead of you?
I really can't answer that 100%. I don't know. I think I was hurt over I just found out I can't see you without your mom. And then it following through, I didn't get to see you. And then, of course, the only time you reached out was when you wanted something. And then, of course, we're working. We work full-time jobs. You know, we don't just sit around every day. So in between all that, it's not like I have all the time in the world. And I think I was just waiting on you to do the right thing. I've done my part for decades.
I don't want to insult you, but it just feels like you're bitter that me and my mom are close. And you didn't.
I'm not. I wouldn't have played the middle person all that time if I didn't want you guys close. It doesn't even make sense. The goal, the pot at the end of the rainbow was to have my sister clean and you and her enjoy life together. I just didn't know I'd be kicked to the curb in the process. Bitter, I don't think is the right word. Pissed off, I think is more accurate. Slow death by 1,000 cuts or whatever he said. That was the most accurate statement that I've ever felt. That's how I feel with you. You cut me, 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 and then you say, where's their blood?
You hurt me and I was the one apologizing for getting blood on your floor. You're literally stabbing me and I'm apologizing to you for getting blood on your floor.
Because people can only get cut so many times.
That's why. I'm fully aware of what you're saying, but what did I do in the last?
It's what you didn't do in the last chapter. In the last few months, it's what you didn't do.
But
not what you did.
Okay. The thing that you're upset with me for not doing is the same thing that you didn't do either.
Well, besides this that's currently going on, what I have learned about you through your relationships that I've been watching, I don't want you in my life anyway. Even if we could amend this, you're a horrible person in my eyes now. You're vile. You're self-absorbed. You're manipulative. You're abusive. Not only physically, but mentally. So really all this is for nothing because there is no fixing this. I will never be in your life, my sister's life, or my mother's life for the rest of my life. And you can take that to the bank and cash it. I give no fucks. Will I still watch it? Probably. Because you're a mind fuck at this point. I am so mind blown at the way you think and the way you act. And I choose to live it without your bullshit in it. And you think it's cute to say I'm obsessed with you, that watched all your videos. That's just weird. There ain't nothing weird about that. I wanted a relationship with my niece, and the only way I got it was through YouTube. I lost, you won. I hope you have a great life.
I didn't even get to say bye. It sounds like your grandma started this. Yeah, that's what I was kind of sensing. I understand how close related family members appear as strangers and how hard it is to connect. I understand Tammy, though, as she has been the caregiver in the family, she is burnt out as the constant mediator. Yeah, that's the way that she perceives herself, but that's not the reality. I made sure not to throw anyone under the bus. I made sure not to say any of her personal things. I stood by just asking why. Why is this happening? And I still didn't get a well thought out answer. It was just very confusing to me.
I hope y'all had fun with that because it's never going to happen again.